I will not waste my time by saying what is string, how to use, why, what it, how to declare the strings and all. We will just start our problems. So today first problem is reverse string. So basically string is what we have to array of characters is called strings. This is a lead code problem of 344. So by name only we will get to know what we have to do. Group of characters, or array of characters. You can say both of it. If you go to C++, they will say array of characters. Basically, it depends on how you understand it, and I think group of characters or array of characters is same. So let us just see what does Google say. String definition. Type of primitive data structure that stores a sequence of characters. Okay. Here is interesting. What does this question state? That they will be given a string. Let's take S as an example. Hello is a, let me just write like this, guys. Understand it, not go deeply into the like what I am getting, just understand it overview. Okay, if they are given yes, what we have to do, we have to give an output as the reverse of this string. If they given hello, we have to uh, print reverse of it. Okay, this is the expected output. How we can do is there are multiple ways to do it. So first what we will do, we will get it. Gee. So someone will ask if we want to print it in reverse, what we can do, instead of writing for loop, instead of starting for loop from here, let's start for loop from end, and we will, inside that we will just print it. But the actual question is we have to return the reverse, not print. Okay, so for that we have to do this operation in Java, and in Python, I guess we have built-in functions to reverse the string, but it's better to know how to do it by code. So today for doing this we will be using a technique called two pointer. And guys, there is no much to say about this concept. You will just see it in action, then you will understand it. It's pure basics. Okay, so what we will do, we will uh, play with it as a array of characters. So we will consider it is as a normal array, but having a characters as a values. Now what we will do is we have to reverse the string. Then what we will do, as our technique says two pointers, we will take two pointers. Let us assume I and j. Let us take I and j as those two pointers. Then what we will do, we will keep one pointer at the starting of our array and another pointer at end of our array. Then what, how many ways are there to reverse a string? Tell only topic, not explanation. uh, what we can do is you can create one more array and you can just go on printing in reverse order, like go on putting elements in reverse order. That is one thing which is a brute force method, and it will have a time complexity because you are creating one more thing. That's the one thing. Another one, using built-in functions which creates a dependencies. That is the second one. Third one you can do by converting this uh, into some other data structure and do that. So there are multiple ways we can which we can reverse a string. So now let's just see about 2.x. Okay, and guys, today's class we have to rush it, we have to finish it as soon as possible. Uh, we have so much work to do for tomorrow. I have to prepare so many things. Okay, uh, in this example what we have to took, we have took 2.x. One pointer we have named it as I, another pointer we have named it as j. We have kept first pointer at the starting of our array, starting of our string. We have put our second, we have assigned our second pointer to the last of our string. Now what we are doing, now we will swap them. So now what we will do, we will swap I and j. When we swap I and j, oh, I have written it in same, right? If you swap I and j, what it will happen, O will come here, H will go here. Okay, so we got O and H at their respective places. Next what we will do, next we will add I. Okay, we will add I and subtract j. That is basically we are bringing those pointers close. What we did, we are adding I and subtracting j. Then what we will do, we will perform the swap action again from I and j. What we did, when we after we swapped, we have added I and subtracted j. Then what we will do, we will swap again. At that time what will happen, L will go here and E will come here. Here we can see at the expected output, L is here, E is here. Next what we will do, we will do again I plus plus, j minus minus. Now if we swap also, the output won't change. Okay, then what we will do, again I plus plus, j minus minus. If we swap now, then that should not happen, right? So when we should stop it, we should stop it when while I is greater than or equals to 0, greater than or equals to j. I think less than. I should be less than, right? I is left side, j is right side. Until I is less, yes. So we'll just go to our algorithm. What we will do, take two pointers I and R, initialize to 0. Okay, I will be initialized to 0, j will be initialized to the end of it. How we get the index? By n minus 1. Next what we will do, we will write our while loop. What we will do, I is less than or equals to j. So guys, you can see here, if I is equals to j, then also there is no point in swapping, right? Let's just remove is equals to also. If I and j are at the same position, why to swap it? We will just increase one iteration by getting is equals to. So we will eliminate that is equals to. Here what we will do, we will swap it. And after swapping what we will do, we will get the same thing, I plus plus, j minus minus. And to swap we can use any methods, using third pointer, three variables you can do, using bitwise operators you can do anything. Okay, so basically this is the algorithm which we will use to reverse a string using two pointer. Guys, clear with the concept, clear with the question? Here the input will be in string, then to perform this action we will convert the string into array by using which one, CAG 2 array. Okay, using 2 CAG array function. Okay, so this 2 CAG array function we will use it in many questions. What does it do? It will convert our string into a character so that we perform our operations, and performing our operations, when we get the final answer, we can again convert this back to string and print it or return it. let me just keep it here. Guys, everyone understood this question? Let's just move to next question. Yep. Okay, guys. Today's one more question is valid anagram and lead code problem is 242. Okay. In previous classes, we have already explained that what anagram stands for. Basically, these are if there are two words. Let us take an example. Listen and T as silent. Here you can see these two strings have same number of length and have same characters. The frequency of each character is also same, but the thing is they change in order. Okay, this is an best example for anagram. Now what this question states is they will be providing the input of two strings. What we have to do, we have to return either true or false. If these two strings are valid anagrams, we have to return true. If not, then false. So guys, understood with the question? Guys, interaction. Okay. Let's finish today's class as soon as possible. So how we will do is the first condition is to check that it is a valid anagram or not. The size of both strings should be equal, right? If the size is not equal, then obviously one or the other character is not having the same frequency. That is the best trick to identify. So what we will do, we will eliminate most of the wrong cases by writing that thing. How? If uh, let's see, let's write a size of a size of yes. Okay, this is not a what do you say, perfect syntax. Okay, I'm writing just to make you understand. Can we do it using hash map? We are doing this problem using hash map now. So what we will do, if the size is there, then we will just return false. This is our default case. Okay, now what we will do, now we need to find the logic of how to do it. So suppose we just learned about hashing. What we will do is we will take our string yes and create a hash table. We already know how we create a hash table. At left side, what we will do, at key, here it will be key which should be a unique one, and right side it will be a value corresponding to it. So now what we will do, L. Here what we will do, L, here we will get 1. The occurrence of L is 1 time. Next I. The occurrence of I is 1 time. We will take yes. The occurrence of S is 1 time. Like this, what we will do, we will create a hash map. Or instead of creating hash map also, we can do it in more efficient way for this problem. Okay, which is, I think it will be, oh yes, return false. Return false. Why? Because if assume this size is not equal to this size, then that's obvious that those two strings are not anagram. You take an example, if it was listening and this is silent, if the size is not same, then obviously these two are not an anagram. The basic condition for the two strings to be anagram is the size should be same. Next thing is each character should have a same frequency, and the next third thing is the order should be different. Okay, my bad. Okay. What we will do is we will take an array, okay, of let's just call array as C, and in this array what we will do, we will keep writing the uh, frequencies. Let me just see. If C is an array, and we will use index as an key, and the value as an value. It is basically we are performing a hash map only, but we are not explicitly using hash map. We are just using it using we are just doing it using a array. Here what we'll do, we will create an array. We all know how many characters are there in English alphabets, that is 26. So what we will do, we will create an array of size 26, and all the indexes are referring to corresponding alphabets. A stands for 0, B stands for 1, C stands for 2. Like that, all the indexes are referring to the corresponding alphabets, and the value inside that, suppose C of 4, which is E, I guess. A, B, C, D, E, yeah. C of 4 is E. For this, yes, C of 4 will be 1. The value in C of 4 will be 1. Guys, do you understand how we will store it? We will use the same concept of hashing, but the data structure we are using here is character, because in hashing we have to get two things, one key, one value. Here we can reduce it. We can just play with index and values. You guys understand this notation? Like this, what we will do? Hash map. Here we are not using the data structure hash map. Here we are using a similar concept of hash table by array. In hash table, what we were doing, we were mapping a key with a value, and we will be using it. Okay, here we when we need a consecutive, when there are key which are consecutive, which are continuous, at that time we can go with arrays. This is one of the trick which we can use. Okay, keep track of frequencies of character using hash map. Yeah, we can do that also, but as it was a basic class of strings, so it thought let's solve it using array. In previous class we already know how to solve questions using hash map. We will show this approach also for today's class. Okay, now let's come back to this question. First, what we will do, we will take the first string which they have given, and in that first string we will do, what we will do is we will update our character, update our C array. Okay, for this reason what will happen, wherever the L stands for, at that place, in that value 1 will go. Here also I 1 will go. Okay, so L1 will go, I1 will go, S1 will go, T1 will go, E1 will go, and N1 will go. This is, I'm just showing it in a hash table pattern, but we are using array. Okay, these are the index, this is the value, which is elements. Okay, next what we will do, after writing this whole array, a whole string in character, the frequencies, next what we will do, we will keep subtracting this thing. Okay, what we will do, we will go to T and see the first one. What is the first one? Yes. What we will do, we will go to the index of yes. At that index of yes, we will subtract 1, because it is repeated one time. Okay, next what we will do, we will go to I, the position where I is there of C, and subtract 1. Like this we will do till our second string is till the end of our second string. Okay, while doing this, what's the output we are expecting? if this both strings are anagram, what's the output we will be expecting? Assume there is a character array of 26. Assume there is a array of size 26 and all the elements are 0. Okay, all the elements are 0. Then we will take yes, and wherever L comes we will put it as 1. Wherever I come we will put it as 1. Yes come we will put it as 1. Okay, first we will do this. Next what we will do, we will go to T, and what we will do there, wherever again yes comes we will go and minus 1. Wherever I comes we will go there and minus 1. Like this we will do. If these both strings are anagram, what we will be expecting, we will be expecting again a array having all numbers as 0. But if there are any numbers, if there are any indexes having value less than 0, then that means that this is not a valid anagram. Everyone got that? Yep. So let's just see how to write it. Okay, no. Let's just write the algorithm, then we can iterate it and see how it works. Okay, Ashi. So we have done with the basic condition part where we will see the sizes. Next what we will do is, we will create a array called C of size 26. So when we write this line, what will happen? A array named C of 26 size will be declared. Okay, and when we are using Java, all the values will be initialized to 0. Next, what we need to do, we need to update our character array for the first string. How to do that? We have to iterate whole string. For that, what we will do, we will just say, if it was a, what do we say, if it was an integer array, at that time what we did, we got int I in A, we got like this. But here what it is there, it is a string. So what we have to get, we have to first get data type, and then we have to get a variable. Then what we have to get, we have to get the name of a string. But here what we are doing, we are converting it into a character of arrays. We are converting it into array. So what we will do, yes dot to char array. After entering, what we have to do, we have to count it. We have to count the frequencies. How to count the frequencies? We can just write, if C of that particular index, suppose we want to say index of L, what we have to do, we have to go to index of L, and there we have to add it. In this situation, index of I. Suppose first we went to L, char of I, yes to char array, what will come? At first iteration, the value of I will be L. It will go here. Here what will happen? At the index of that L, it will get incremented. First, what's the value of that index? 0. Now what will be the value? 1. Again, there are no code. It will go to the next iteration. Next iteration, the value of I will be yes. It will go to the index of yes, and it will increment the value. Like this, it will do until all these elements index will be converted into 1, or at least the frequencies. If there is multiple yes, it will go to multiple times and increment it. So suppose it had another L, and here also if we added another L, at that time after again what will go, it will go here. What will be the I value in I? It would be L. It will go here, index of L. It already had 1 from here. It will just get increment and become 2. Here also when it will be subtracting, right, here it will subtract 1 and here it will subtract 1, again it will come to 0. So this is the approach we will be using. So we are done with first part, which is updating our character array with first string. Now what we have to do, we have to subtract it. How to subtract it? So for subtracting also we have to iterate our whole second array, right? So again we will write for char I. Here we have dealing with the second string, so the name will be t to char. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to subtract it. What we have done here, we have to reverse it, we have to decrement it. C of index of that I, we have to decrement it. And later what we have to do, if we encounter any index or any value in that index is less than 0, which is -1, that means at that moment only we can say that this string, these two strings are not anagram. That's why we will write here only that if C of that index is less than 0, then just return false, because this cannot be a anagram. Okay, next, here there are no code, here there are no code, it will go to next iteration. After completing this whole for loop, what will happen, our second string will also be get executed. Suppose these two are a valid anagram, at that time it will never go to this if block. Again, after every execution, what it will do, it will come out of a for loop. If it come out of a for loop, it means that these two strings were a real valid anagrams. At that time we will get a true. So understood this part? Yes, 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 yes. Guys, it's just looks big, but the logic is very simple. Okay, we will just add it and we'll just subtract it to balance it. We are using that thing. Okay. So just think how to do it. Okay. Now we will go to our last question of today's class. First unit Kagan string. The lead code problem is 387. Okay, what does this question states is, for example, they have given a string as lead code itself. So what we have to return, here we can see L is started here, and are there any L's in this whole string? No. At that time, L is our answer. Okay, let's see with another example. If love lead code is our question string, here we can see first we will take L. Are there any L in our string? It is there, so it is not unique. Next, what we need to do, we need to go with O. Now we will see, are there any O? Again we have O, that's why this is not unique. Again we will move to V. Now let's see, are there any V? No. At that time our answer is V. So understood the question? Guys, understood the question? Yes, good. So for now, let's take the left example. Okay. Now what we will do, we will follow the same structure which we followed for a previous question. We will just take a character, we will take a array called C, and the size of that array will be 26. And what we will do, we will just count the frequencies of each thing. So that we will just copy our this much. this much of our code is same, this much of our algorithm is same, which we will use here. What we will do, we will create a new array called C of size 26, and in front of these particular indexes of this string we will go on incrementing the frequencies. Okay, after this thing what we will get, we will get a array in which corresponding to L it will be 1, corresponding to E it will be 3, corresponding to 2 it will be 1, like that the frequencies will be present. Now what we have to do, the first element having a frequency of 1 we need to return. How we will return it, we will just take for, and let's just start from I is equal to 0. I will say why I have written like this. Okay, I less than, let's take n, which is the length of our string, I plus plus. Okay, so if that C of char h I minus a is equals to 1, return I. Or else return -1. -1 because if there are no elements, for example, if our input is A, B, B, C, D, A, C, C, like this, we are having an input in which no uh, character is having, no character is unique. At that time, we should return our answer -1. So for that case, we have written -1. Let me just explain this part of it. Okay, here what we are doing is we are taking a index I, we are doing it at, we are keeping it at 0th location. Next what we will do, we will iterate it till our last thing. Now why we took here is I wanted to show you how this thing is done. Index of 5 I have written here, right? How we will exactly take the index of 5, I wanted to show you. How means s dot character at I. What do you have in I? At I we have L. Okay, I is 0 actually. So to take that L, here I have not changed it into a, what do you say, changed it into a array. Here I have kept it as string. That's why if we kept it as string, how to access it? Char at I s minus a. A is just suppose if we wrote this thing, char s dot character at ith index of yes, what's the element, what's the character? At ith index of yes we are having L, so this function will return L. What is L minus a? Here L, if we write L minus a, it will take a ASCII value. We all know ASCII value of small a is 97, and the ASCII value of L will be I don't know, like if we did L minus a, it will give us the index of C, where exactly the L is present. Okay, like this, by using this we can take an index of any element. Here I have just written index of 5 because it is an algorithm, but when you are writing a code, you can't just write index of I here. You need to know now which code to write or how it will work. If I didn't said it here in the notes, you'll go and you'll see this code, you will not understand how it works. That's why I got this part only here. Let's just iterate, or let's just do one iteration, and then if you guys have doubt you can ask, otherwise we will end today's meeting. So okay, till here you guys, I think you all know because you all said you understood previous question. So this was a part of previous question, you all know. Now what we are doing here is I is equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, we will take the first element and we will subtract it with a. What we will get? We will get an index of that I. We will get an index of that L, and we will check is that index of L 1. Then we will just return that I. We will just return that index. In the why I said I will why I took like this, because in the question they will be asking return the index of it. Okay, that's why I took the in this format, not the second format. If the we will take this example where L is repeated. If I was here, okay, it will go here, I is equals to 0. As char at I, we will be getting L minus A, we will go going to that location. If that location, here we can see the L has repeated 2 times. So that's value will be 2. 2 is equals to 1, condition is false. At that time it will not enter the if loop. It will go to next iteration. Next iteration, I will be incremented, I will go to the next point. Here O. Again it will go to the C again where we are having O. At that location again the frequency would be 2 because it is repeated 2 times. 2 is equals to 1 is wrong. It will not enter the if block. It will go to next iteration. Next iteration V. Here it will go V minus A, it will go to the location where we are having a frequency of V. That will be 1. 1 is equals to 1, correct, that is true. At that time we will return that index. As I said, if it was A, B, B, C, C, at that time everything, everyone's frequency would be 2. 2 is equals to 1, 2 is equals to 1, 2 is equals to 1. The condition would never get satisfied. At that time it will not go to if block, it will just iterate for loop, and after the every character in a string is iterated, it will go outside the for loop and return -1.